Sounds great. Thanks.
Don't worry about it. Make yourself at home.
An explosion of taste!
Shit!
B, the basilisk. It's ready. Would you like to drive it?
Sure. Be there soon.
Fuck V, it is awesome.
So I hear.
Good evening, Night City!
Didn't know she dabbled in robotics.
Now that's fucking Shimbra. Think that's how she winds down?
After a day's work of tuning hardcore smut, wouldn't be surprised.
Rumor has it that you were once a net runner.
Is that right?
Well, is it true? Oh, and there it is, folks. Now, the question is, Maria, do you still go to cyberspace?
No. Promise myself never set foot in there again.
And why's that?
Because I don't want to fry my brain to a crisp. Cyberspace was never safe to begin with. But after Rach Bartmoss unleashed rabbits, the place turned into a hellscape overnight.
Hell, as in lakes of fire and demons poking you with pitchforks?
No. I'm talking about malware that can flatline you in a matter of nanoseconds. AIs that creep into your brain via your connection. Data vortexes that would make a sane person lose their mind.
Sounds spooky, but someone must still be in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably over-chipped corpos in cryo-suits using up half the energy grid. Or just crazy people.
All right, but let's say I, Ziggy Q, jacked myself into cyberspace.
Your brain would implode. Literally. The internal pressure in your head would increase 3 times over. Without a dedicated...
Let's forget about that for a sec. What would I see in those few nanoseconds before I flatline?
All depends on you. Cyberspace is data flowing straight into your brain. It bypasses all of your normal senses. Sight, touch, hearing. You'd have to visualize it somehow. Otherwise, well, you know what happens. You'd see some clouds resonating, pixels falling in a drizzle. It's hard to describe.
Fascinating. And just a tad disturbing. After all, this is cyberspace we're talking about. But us ordinary netizens, we don't have anything to worry about, right?
I think you're gonna have to reread my book, Siggy.
That I will, Maria. And everyone else watching should do the same. Maria Jimenez's book, The Undoing Fall of the First Net, available tomorrow in stores near you. Thanks for being on the show with us, Maria. Well, Night City, our time's up. Till next time.
from all. Provides 330% recommended daily vitamins.
Kaboom! Soy is still machistador, an explosion of taste!
What up, Night City? How we feeling today? Cause I feel amazing. Why is that, you might ask? Well, it just so happens your girl just got a prototype of More Technology's latest beaut. The House Stock W forearms were originally designed for the military, but they've just been approved for general circulation. I had to wait for some nasty scars to heal before I fired these up for the first time, but when I did, we'll see for yourself. Here we go. Accept, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's ready. You guys recording? Sweet. 3, 2, 1, go. Holy shit! Did you get that? Now, I could go over all the fine-grained deets and specs, but I'm guessing that little demo spoke for itself. One thing I will say, though, for an extra premium, More will throw in some red-hot incendiary and stun modules for the House Stock W. All this just shows that More Technology's House Stock W implants are an excellent choice for security personnel, mercs, and of course, any ordinary night citizen struggling to get their pickled scotch jars open. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. That's... A 5 out of 5. See you next time and keep on chipping in.
Soy so machistador! An explosion of taste!
Yo, my tubers, shroomers, and fumers! Mr. Whitey here. Drop that milquetoast kibble and rush to the nearest store for a taste of sweet, sweet, sweet clean speed. Cause life is too short to be slow.
Don't make trouble. Be trouble. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I have an important message for you. Say anything to continue.
Hit me with it.
While running a routine diagnostic check, I discovered a file with my owner's metadata. Name, Regina Jones. User, please return me to my real owner. Thank you in advance.
Please welcome Ivan Guerrero.
Okay, I'll take you to Regina.
You are the best user I know.
June, I'm the only user you know. Your memory got wiped.
Fun fact. There is a 92% probability Regina Jones will reward you.
I actually work in the Oak Ridge Hospital. Well, you sure are a funny guy, Ivan. Let's go back to basics, shall we? Just what is cyberpsychosis?
It's a spectrum of psychological disorders caused by cybernetic implantation.
But look, I've got 7 implants myself, and I haven't completely lost my mind, though my ex-wife would probably disagree.
Everyone has their own breaking point. Some patients get symptoms after their first implant. Others remain in perfect psychological health even after what we call a full-body conversion.
Fascinating. So tell us, Doc, what causes cyberpsychosis?
Well, it depends on a lot of things, but the most vulnerable are undoubtedly those who display antisocial tendencies.
What if implants aren't the real problem? I mean, sooner or later, wouldn't those kinds of people snap by themselves?
Interesting question, Mr. Q. In all fairness, there are prominent voices in the scientific community who claim we're confusing correlation with cause and effect. Some go even further and say that cyberpsychotic attacks are a manifestation of societal degradation, like mass shootings once were. Only difference now is that people don't just have a gun. They've got implants to murder others.
And what's your personal opinion, Ivan?
I'd start by saying that there's an indisputable connection between cybernetification and psychological disorders. We've seen this with rats. When we replace 1/3 of their body with cybernetic equivalents, they become 5 times more likely to display psychotic tendencies than the control.
Sheesh! Well, I just hope I don't meet any of those cyber rats on the subway.
But, and I can't stress this enough, disorders are a product of one's cultural surroundings. They don't necessarily lead to violence.
Well, now wait a sec. You're saying that cyberpsychos are violent because...
Because our society is obsessed with violence. You could even say we glorify it.
Fascinating. Now, Ivan, let's say I've got a few implants and I'm worried I'm starting to feel some symptoms. What should I do?
Well, the good news is that a treatment exists, and so far it's effective. We call it brain dance neuro-reintegration. Over a few dozen sessions, we subject a patient's cortical nodes to intense stimuli, recovering positive attributes like obedience, docility, sociability.
Just say it, Doc. You're giving them shock.
I beg your pardon? That's not what I said. You're putting words in my...
Is that so? Well, our next guest, Joyce Wright, wants to give you a piece of her mind, about this so-called therapy. We're about to get mental, folks, right after this short break.